Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever edition of AWF Reaction Podcast. This is your host today, Phillip Ontario, and I am joined by two others. First,
Well, there is at the WCL League, aka Call Reviewer 2010, aka Christian Edwards, aka whatever the hell you want. No offense.
and we are also joined by TJA Yankees 1, but he is not here live with us. He'll be sending messages via Skype, and I will read them out loud to all of you. So let's get this show underway.
Yeah, about time.
First off, Brent Thompson, the United States champion here in AWF, in recent weeks has been booed by the AWF audience. I don't know why, and I'm gonna find out what everyone else has to think of this. So, Christian Edwards, what are your thoughts about Brent Thompson being
Well,
booed?
let's just think about this. Brent Thompson, ever since the return, has even got booed in his own hometown in New York, man. Whew. Sheesh, man. But I can get why they're booing him. One, there's the First Amendment. That is perfect example of the First Amendment. Two, Brent Thompson is starting to become the most overrated mid-carder in the American Wrestling Federation. I mean, for Christ's sake, just put him in the main event already. I mean, he's stealing the spotlight from other potential freaking up-and-comers. You got Europe, you got Danny Hardy, you got Brock Manson, who just won NXT. Come on!
Uh, I understand what you're saying. I partially do agree with that, but I do think Brent Thompson being booed is just maybe a phase, and I think it'll wear off eventually. Because Brent Thompson, he's someone who he can get the fans on his side if he pulls the right strings, and not for anything bad, just because Brent Thompson is that nice of a guy.
That nice guy. He reminds me of someone who has the same personality like him. He reminds me of one John Cena. Oh, just having his name roll off my tongue just makes me want to vomit.
Well,
Just like the color of Brent Thompson's hair.
the green
Another
hair.
another fashion failure right there.
Well, TJA Yankees 1 is sent in over Skype that his thoughts on Thompson being booed. Well, he doesn't know. It's a mystery. He's unsure of the situation.
Yeah, unsure of the situation. Yeah, I mean, for Christ's sakes, TJ Yankees one's probably seen Brent Thompson matches and knows that he is overrated. He does every move just to upstage all of his opponents. I mean, he upstaged Sean O'Connor at Glory Days too. For Christ's sakes, man.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to say about the topic before we move on?
Brent Thompson sucks.
TJ?
Follow me on Twitter.
Okay. While TJ is typing, I don't really have anything else to say about the topic. So yeah, TJ has said that he thinks Brent Thompson is not overrated. Besides, he thinks Sock 105 gave Brent Thompson. Oh, he thinks Sock 105 never gave Brent a fair chance before Glory Days 2, and TJ believes one day he will be the main event here in AWF.
Guaranteed.
All right. One big thing this season here in AWF is the introduction of new tag teams here in AWF. So we're going to ask everyone what their thoughts on about these new tag teams and who's going to be the big tag teams here in AWF. I'll go first. I think this is great for the AWF to introduce these new tag teams. A lot of people have said in the past one thing the AWF has lacked is powerful tag teams, and I think they're doing a good job. You got Rich and Famous, you got the American Patriots, you got Champs, Tim and Cody, you got Ungenerated, and the Maverick Brothers, and I'm sure more are about to come. And I think this is great for AWF. Get some interest in the tag team division. And I think all the teams have a chance at being huge stars here in AWF. Christian Edwards, what do you think?
Well, quite honestly, last season, as you saw, there was a horrible lack in the tag team division. Ignore my cell phone. This season, however, the new tag teams, I'm starting to like most of these. I like Rich and Famous. I like the Maverick Brothers. American Patriots, how they got a tag team title shot is beyond me. But really, I mean, you saw the breakup of another powerful tag team, and that was Big Dwayne and Dynamite, and that really, really put a dent in them. So introducing these new teams, great. A tag team, though, I do see going far in the future is the Maverick Brothers. A high-flying tag team is needed in the AWF, and it does need to be on top.
Yes, that's true, and I like how you mentioned that Big Dwayne and Dynamite, that when they were one of the biggest teams last year in AWF. They were tag champions for quite a while, and when they did break up, that was a huge hit to the tag division. But these tag teams will hopefully recover from this. And TJ, is about to send in his opinion. By the way, we will talk more about Big Dwayne and Dynamite later on the show when we go to our predictions for Carnage. Don't forget, AWF Carnage will be posted very soon. Uh, so check that out. TJ thinks the Maverick Brothers. He gives them a thumbs up. It reminds him of the Rain Brothers. He thinks
GCW.
Yeah, from GCW. Thinks they'll be future tag champions. Ungenerated, meh. Good, but becoming irrelevant. Tim and Cody, he believes their reign as tag champions are coming to an end. They've just been lucky. Wow. And he thinks the American Patriots are the future tag champs. Don't forget, they have a shot against Tim and Cody at Carnage, so maybe they could be the tag champs. And he believes Rich and Famous have to play the right cards to get a tag team title match.
Okay, well, he brought up Tim and Cody, and this is where I also have another belief here. Tim and Cody eventually, more than likely in the future, will end up dissolving, will end up breaking up, and that's where Tim's going to strive in the mid-card division and will more than likely either be the next Internet champion or the next United States champion. Cody, however, he's gonna become the Genetti of the group if they do indeed break up.
Oh, wow.
Cody has been obscure ever since he's been in AWF, and I do not like the guy.
Well, since we're on this topic, Yankee, what is your opinion on the possible destruction of Tim and Cody? What do you think's going to happen? While you're typing, I'll say my thoughts. Tim and Cody, I do personally agree with you guys that they will eventually, sooner than later, break up, and it's not going to be anything mutual. It's going to be very nasty, and it's going to be bad for both of them. I do think Tim will be huge in the mid-card division, but I also do think that Cody will do successful. But I do agree that Tim, I think he'll do a little bit better than Cody will in singles competition.
Yeah, he will. And trust me, Tim has that look. Tim has the champion look. And then we got Yankee here saying he does not like Tim and Cody. Their luck will come to an end, and he doesn't know unless at least one of them has a gimmick change or something like that. They'll both be released. I have to disagree with you right there. More than likely, Cody will be released. I don't like Cody. I told you that. He is not a really good in-ring competitor. Tim carries most of the team, in my opinion. And in fact, these two men are really nice guys outside of the ring. But if these two men just explode, it will be a humongous shock to the fans and cause more ratings.
Yeah, because if people don't remember this, these two are Heat originals, and they've done some crazy ass stuff in Heat. So, these guys can put on something really brutal.
And then you put down if Tim does stay, then he might like him and he'll stay around. But seeing is believing.
Ooh.
And he says he is the past. He's talking about AWF 2012.
Oh wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have your opinion on what do you think is going to happen with Tim and Cody in Team Heat, do you think they'll be breaking up anytime soon? Do you think any of these guys have a huge future, or do you think they'll be both released? Let's move on. As of late, at the end of AWF, we've been hit by these mysterious promos that at the end say revenge. Therefore, claiming someone is coming back to the AWF to get revenge at a certain superstar currently employed. So, we're going to talk about who we think is behind those promos, because we've been given hints in the last few promos to who is it going to be.
Well, I'll be giving my thoughts, but right now we have a commercial break we have to go to, so don't go anywhere. Also, follow me on Twitter. Don't follow anyone else. We will be right back.
chase my dreams, but you just punish me. I lost myself inside the lies and wicked ways. I'm starting to believe you'll be the death of me, but all I see is the reflection of the enemy. I think I've lost my way, 'cause I got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I'm running from the enemy inside. I'll fight for my life, 'cause I wanna survive. It's not the TV screen, it's not my family. I'd still be damaged even if I grew up perfectly. It's something deep inside, something I can't explain. It's like I've got a disease without a fucking name. I think I've lost my way, 'cause I've got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I'm running from the enemy inside. I'll fight for my life and try to survive. I gotta face the enemy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the AWF Reaction Podcast. This is Phillip, Ontario, and where we left off here talking about the recent revenge promos that have been airing at the end of all AWF shows, and we'll give our opinions about it. So, I'll go first. First of all, the revenge promos, at first, they were very... You couldn't tell who it was. It was these dark, mysterious promos, a bit scary, with these creepy music and all this stuff, asking for revenge. Then, in the second promo we got, there were some words saying that monsters don't have friends, that they're coming for someone, and the four people they shown in the promo were AWF superstars Tattoo Taker, Ben Hitman, Sean, and Christopher Wonder. But the recent promo, it was revealed that it was down to two people. And that is Tattoo Taker, Ben Hitman, who he could be going after. And he revealed at the end of the promo that he will be returning on episode 33 of Uprising, which is the next Uprising after Carnage. So, in my opinion, I don't know who this possibly could be. I mean, there's not too much big hints at it, but I'll definitely be surprised whoever it is, because I have no idea. So,
Let's go ahead.
TJ, what are your thoughts? Do you have an idea who this may be? TJ says he honestly does not have a clue for these promos. He does see during the promos superstars such as Hitman, Wonder, and Taker being promoted, which gives me the feeling that if Taker wins the Carnage, he might be in trouble. If not, then in the future.
Debatable. All right. I had a hunch because while we were at that commercial break, I was actually looking at this here promo. And, well, I have a hunch. Note, at the end of the promo, there's a TB in the corner. TB, that sounds familiar. That was the initials of one Texas Black, a former AWF superstar who was betrayed by who? Tattoo Taker. Monsters don't have friends. While Texas Black wasn't that much of a monster, his friend Braditude was a monster. And, well, both of them were betrayed by Texas Black. Another person I'm starting to believe who it is, since it also showed Ben Hitman, is Evan Rockville. Evan Rockville has been out of the scene for quite a while now, and it's no doubt that he's going to want revenge on Ben Hitman. And more than likely, he's going to want to go after the title, which is being held by Tattoo Taker.
Well, TJ said he couldn't think of the man's name, but he does agree with Christian that he thinks it's Texas Black. And Texas Black, he was last employed AWF months back, far back, and he was doing terrible. He was in jobber status. And I do understand what you guys think, because he could ask for revenge, because Tattoo Taker kicked him to the curb when he was at the top and let him job. And I'm sure he's going to want some revenge. So, you guys have any last thoughts on these revenge promos?
Rehire the world leader. Enough said.
So are you guys ready for episode 33 of Uprising? Because he says he will be there.
And then we get Jarrett trolled.
Watch that happen. If it does, I'm gonna
Hashtag Undertaker Kane clusterfuck. That's great hashtag there, Yankee. That's great hashtag there, Yankee.
Huh? Apparently TJ missed something.
You said you heard a beep.
Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to acknowledge that.
Okay. No, you can't. Oh, anyway, let's go ahead to the next topic.
Alright, our next topic is, I gotta scroll up. The Internet Championship. Now...
Woo. Oh, the other one, okay.
Oh, yeah. The Internet Championship was introduced on the season 4 premiere edition of Uprising by the current champion, AJ Young. No,
Bronze.
Excuse me, AJ Bronze. I'm sorry, there's two top AJs right now. And this all came about when AJ Bronze was challenging for the Cruiserweight title to end the Cruiserweight division. He won the title, accolades to defeating the former champion, El Martino, and Bronze got the permission by Sock 105 to throw away the Cruiserweight Championship and introduce the Internet Championship. So, what are your guys' thoughts about this new championship? Is it good or bad for AWF? Was the Cruiserweight title better?
Honestly, to me, it's another mid-card title, which is actually good because we really don't need a lower-tier division like the Cruiserweight division. While there are some pretty decent high flyers, the Cruiserweight division really doesn't get that much ratings. It's just about as charismatic as the Divas division was in Season 1, and we all know how much of a failure that was. So AJ Bronze, he's got a good idea, but eventually he's going to lose that belt, and then he's going to go into obscurity, because I don't like AJ Bronze either.
Oh, okay. Now, question for you guys. If you remember, AJ Bronze was added to the Kings of Call. Now, there's not been much mention from the Kings of Call due to Dynamite and Big Dwayne's rivalry going on. But do you think maybe this Kings of Call stuff can contribute to AJ Bronze's success?
TJ says he disagrees with the comparison. The Cruiserweight division was a lot better, but he likes the Internet title.
All right. And
go ahead.
Well,
AJ Bronze being in the Kings of Call, this could help, but there's one problem. Dynamite and Dwayne are destroying each other. Or are going to be destroying each other eventually. Evan Rockville's gone.
That's true.
Basically, he has really no advantage unless Evan Rockville does end up returning next episode.
Yes, that is true. And one thing I'm going to point out that I like about this division is the Cruiserweight division had a restriction that you had to be 215 pounds or less to challenge for the championship. The Internet Championship has no weight division. You could be 100 pounds or 500 pounds, and you could still win that championship.
You get to be the champion of the Internet.
Yeah, that's true. TJ says, if the Kings of Call can somehow stay a group, even with Dynamite and AJ Bronze might get far. Now, remember, Dynamite said in that promo when he introduced Bronze to the group, he said there is new members coming. It's a matter of time.
Members.
So, we'll have to see. And Evan Rockville, you have to expect, if he's not back by the next episode with that promo, he's going to be back eventually at some point.
But the question is he still going to be leader of the Kings of Kaw? Because it seems Dynamite's starting to take over.
Yeah, it's true, because remember, he cannot challenge for the AWF Championship due to his match with Ben Hitman for the next year. So will that be a key factor of him no longer being the leader?
That could be. It could be a little mutiny, like a CM Punk Wade Barrett.
Oh, okay. That's true. So what are you guys' thoughts? TJ's said, in his opinion, the internet title should have a spin on it, like a special stipulation.
I don't really see any type of special stipulations I could go with, like the internet. But unless you're in a fantasy league, that would actually work out. I don't think in AWF.
All right.
Regardless of AWF having Spider-Man, there is no fantasy people.
Before we move on, does anyone have any last words?
Follow me on Twitter.
Okay. Well, apparently, hashtag TJ Rocks. No, that is an incorrect statement. Sorry. All right. When AWF came back this season, we saw the Extreme Tyler pick up a victory over the champion Tattoo Taker. And this has been posted on the AWF website, and you can check that out, awf105.weebly.com, that the question is this luck, or is Extreme Tyler the future here in AWF?
Quite honestly,
go ahead.
Honestly, Extreme Tyler dropped the ball in season 2 after he got too cocky and he ended up losing the Tattoo Taker at the Royal Rumble. Well, honestly, he's not going to go anywhere. It was just luck.
You think it was just a lucky victory he got, and he's going nowhere with this?
Nope, he flubbed up when he cashed in Money in the Bank and then lost in his first pay-per-view defense. Yeah,
well,
wait a second, maybe.
So some people say back then, and I do agree, that he was not ready, because remember, he cashed in Money in the Bank after beating down Evan Rockville, and he lost it a month later. Some people personally believe now he is ready to be a true champion, and now that he has a number 1 contenders match at Carnage versus his friend Sean Riley, maybe this could be his chance.
Could be his chance, yeah. That's why Sean has a lot more potential than Extreme Tyler. Extreme Tyler couldn't even beat Christopher Wonder, and Christopher Wonder's on a losing streak right now.
Oh, wow. I'm sure TJ has some input in this, and he's about to send it. He agrees that Tyler's dropped the ball. It's a must-win for him at Carnage. Otherwise, he's going back to the mid-card division. And he put some unnecessary hashtags in there. Just saying. Ontario does not suck, and Yankees doesn't rule. Maybe if you switch those around, you got it right there. But in my opinion, I think Extreme Tyler is the future. I think he did drop the ball last season, but I think I actually think he's gonna win the match at Carnage, and I think he's on his way to becoming the AWF champion sooner rather than later.
Yep. We'll get into the next topic right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Follow me on Twitter. You know it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AWF Reaction Podcast, and we are going to continue on with our list of topics. This season, one of the things that was new was the debut of Superstar Mayhem. Superstar Mayhem is a chance for all the young superstars here in AWF to have their chance to shine, get their starts here in AWF, maybe one day be in the Uprising card.
Or the people that are
What,
fighting there are getting overshadowed by Brent Thompson.
or that. So what are your guys' thoughts on Superstar Mayhem? Is it good for AWF? Is it bad?
I think it's a great idea. And one thing I really liked in the recent episode was the debut of this kid AJ Young. This guy is going to go far. Trust me.
Yeah, AJ Young has expressed his opinion that he does think he'll be a hit here in AWF. And I do agree. It's huge here for AWF. I think this is a great decision, one of the best they've made in these last few years. And it really gives a chance. So if you're debuting here in AWF, you don't have to get lost in the shuffle on Uprising. Because as you can see, the new people like Russ Taylor and Lance Washington and Ryan Dublin, they have their chance to make their debut, start off their careers in Superstar Mayhem. And then you got guys like Steven Smith, Europe, Alberto Jr., El Martino. You got guys like that who can get a shot on the card and help be the main event for once. And now a word from TJ. He says, with the amount of people on the roster, it's a great idea. There's so many people on the roster that it's great for people who are lost in the shuffle to get some promotion and spotlight. And I agree. I mean, this show is great, especially for the mid-card and tag team division, but this show, that's where it primarily looks at those divisions.
Well, I'm looking at some of the people that are actually people that have been fought on Superstar Mayhem or so. And I see some of these guys, and I actually see potential. I see 4 people that fight for Superstar Mayhem that could possibly become world champion eventually. I already said AJ Young. Then you got Europe. Europe will more than likely become a world champion by next year or at the end of this year. Steven Smith, another person who I believe is going to become a next world champion. And this guy was the greatest mid-international champion of Season 1. Season 2, he was injured. Season 3, well, maybe third time's a charm for the kid. And then another person I see is Russ Taylor. Russ Taylor has the Christopher Wonder mentality minus the losing.
That's interesting. I do agree that there are quite a few people who have potential at being future AWF champions who regularly compete on Superstar Mayhem. Any last words on Superstar Mayhem? TJ says Russ Taylor, rising star.
He's typing
tag teams, really good.
Even though Steven Smith and Europe aren't being used to their full potential.
Well, what's your opinion? Superstar Mayhem, here to stay. All right.
Or here to show the world.
Yeah, here to show the world. All right. Our next topic is, when will Big Dwayne cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if right after he either wins or loses the Dynamite, he doesn't cash it in on the world champion at Carnage.
Really?
It would not surprise me one bit. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match. It's gonna be hellacious, especially when you got Tattoo Taker in that ring. And Christopher Wonder. Oof.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people have expressed their opinion saying, after they saw Big Dwayne win the Money in the Bank match, they said if Evan Rockville wins the World Championship, they see him cashing in on Rockville doing a repeat. But here's the thing, Rockville can't win the championship. So maybe he'll cash in on just any random time against anyone. Or maybe he's waiting for someone, I don't know, like Dynamite to maybe win the championship and cash in on him.
Dynamite winning the title could actually happen. I mean, he does kind of have that political power. I hate to say that, I don't want to get fired at the end, because he is the brother of Jack Williams.
That's true. And I personally think that Big Dwayne, I think him cashing in won't be anytime soon. I think he's smart. I know he's young, but I think he's smart enough to wait for just the right time. And for all we know, maybe he'll cash in straightforward, like Tank did in the past. Or maybe he'll be like his former Kings of Call partner, Extreme Tyler, and cash in right after a match.
Who knows? Opportunity knocks, and don't forget, only 50% of the Money in the Bank winners have actually won the world title. If you look at Tank lost, And well, Extreme Tyler was able to cash in perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. TJ thinks it's going to be after a main event of a CPV where the champion would be exhausted. So he thinks if not Carnage, then maybe for a while, but at some time, like previously mentioned, like CyberSlam, No Way Out, etc. All right.
It wouldn't shock me one bit if it was the uprising before Glory Days 3. Glory Days 4, my bad. Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think when Big Dwayne cashes in that briefcase, do you think he will win or lose? Let's do it for like this. If he cashes in straight up, do you think he will win?
Most likely, yes. If he cashes straight in, he is a big dude, and well, we'll just see if Tattoo Taker, let's say, is still the champion. That will be one hell of a match, but I believe Big Dwayne will have the victory.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with TJ here because he put down straight up he'll lose, wait for the right opportunity, win. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Maybe if he shows us something down the road, maybe I can change my opinion on that, but that's what I think would happen. So, Big Dwayne, if you're listening, you know what? Maybe you should wait for the right opportunity.
Who knows? Big Dwayne has that big confidence built along with that brute strength of his.
Yeah, it's true. So, but that's the future, you know? I mean, hell, it could be in a few days of Carnage, but whatever. It could be any time within the next year. We good? Got this one?
All right.
All right. Our next topic is about the number one contender, Christopher Wonder. Christopher Wonder, ever since losing the streak, getting his first loss like Glory Days 2, a lot of people have said he's not been the same Christopher Wonder, and he has not won a match since. He lost to Sean Riley on episode 31, and to Brock Manson with the help of Sean on episode 30. Wait, no, he lost Sean at 31 and Brock Manson on episode 32. So, is this a possible losing streak, or is the pressure getting to him, or is this just a few losses?
I say he's letting the pressure get to his head. He has one lose, so he's panicking. That's gonna cause him to lose. And if he keeps panicking by the time Carnage comes, he is gonna lose to Tattoo Taker. But he's got to get his head fixed. He's got all this time till Carnage. If he does beat Tattoo Taker, he's gotta look out, because after what I saw Sean do on my last Uprising, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean ends up being number one contender. Then he's got someone that has the money in the bank like Big Dwayne. And then he's going to have Tattoo Taker, who more than likely will have a rematch clause.
Yeah, it's true.
So Wonder will have a bunch of targets. We'll have targets on his back.
TJ believes that he's got a feeling that these losses are going to cause him to become insane, and he'll be fired up. Numerous losses after achievements like Wonder can cause a person to be unstable.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are not used to losing. Wonder is one of those people. He's lost 2 matches now. He's 99-2. He was going to go 100-0, but lost the Glory. Wait, no, 99-3 didn't, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
More than likely, if he does go unstable and does end up attacking head on, he will lose.
I agree. Christopher Wonder, I think the pressure is getting to him. He's claimed that he thinks the streak ending is good for him, but I think that's just a cover-up. I really do think the pressure is too much for him, and it's understandable because he's very new to the main event. He got to the main event pretty quick, so he's not used to losing. Because remember, when he first started off, he got wins over mid-card talent. Yes, he has a lot.
Then he got wins over the world champions.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He did get victories over the world champions.
He has defeated Ben Hitman. He has defeated Evan Rockville, and he has defeated the Extreme Tyler while Extreme Tyler was champion.
Yeah.
And then he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So the Royal Rumble, that match, some people could say you get lucky in that match. Some people could say you really deserve it. But Wonder, I think, will truly find out if the pressure is getting to him at Carnage. I think if the pressure does if it is getting to him, Wonder will not be champion at the end of Carnage. And if he is fine, I think he'll be champion. TJ says he agrees about him losing if he's becoming unstable and attacks head on. But if he fires himself up the right way, he can do it.
He's got to think, though. He's got to put that idea of strategy into his head. And I believe the next topic will be the Carnage predictions, but we have to go to a commercial break. So
we'll be right back.
Right back.
Welcome back, guys, to AWF Reaction Podcast. And to finish off today's first episode, we're going to have the AWF Carnage 2012 predictions. The first match is AJ Bronze versus El Martino for the Internet Championship. I'll go first. I think AJ Bronze is going to walk out the champion because I think he's just shown me a lot here in AWF so far. I think he has potential to be bigger than the division he is in now, and I think he'll defeat Martino once again. I think Martino will probably make a mistake during the match, and Bronze is a smart guy to capitalize on that. And I think he will still be the Internet Champion.
Well, AJ Bronze reminds me of one CAW superstar that's actually gone really far in this business and started by innovating a title of his own, and that man, of course, is Quicksilver. This guy reminds me of Quicksilver so much, and he has so much potential ahead of him. No.
No?
No. I was just kidding about that. No. AJ Bronze, however, this is his first title defense, so I'm gonna give him the advantage. He's gonna do the best he can to defend this title until he drops it later on in the season. Yeah, I do see him beating El Martino today. He does have one similarity to Quicksilver though. He's a freaking virgin.
All right, TJ, who do you think is gonna be walking out the Internet Champion?
Especially the Remember Silver is gay. Ha ha! He agrees with me, except Remember Silver is gay and a virgin.
No. All right, the next match in the card. Team Heat, Tim and Cody will defend the tag team titles against the new tag team, the American Patriots. Who do you guys think will be walking out the champions?
Let's see. Tim and Cody. Like I said, Tim and Cody eventually will end up dissolving. But I don't think they're going to lose to the American Patriots at this show. American Patriots will win the tag team titles down the line, but I don't think it's not the time for Tim and Cody to drop those belts yet.
All right, TJ says American Patriots, enough said. I think Tim and Cody will win the tag team titles. In my opinion, American Patriots got a upset victory over Team Heat on Uprising episode 30, and I think Tim and Cody, they're ready now. They've realized these guys actually have potential, so I think they're going to give their best effort, and I think they will walk out champions. I do agree with you, Christian, that American Patriots down the line will be tag team champions, but I don't think now is the right time for them. Next match is a knockout match, and I'm sure by that you know who this match is gonna be. Brock Manson versus Sean O'Connor. This started back on NXT. Sean O'Connor was Brock Manson's pro, and
Didn't do shit for
they've
him.
not Sean O'Connor did not help Manson one bit. They've not liked each other from the beginning. Sean O'Connor takes the credit for Brock Manson winning NXT. Manson knocked his ass out at Glory Days after he lost the U.S. Championship, and Sean O'Connor does have a pinfall victory over Manson in a tag team match. So, who do you think will win this match?
Honestly, Manson should not have lost that match. If it wasn't for Brett Thompson breaking up every single move Manson was going for, Manson would have actually won. It's another reason why I don't like Brett Thompson. You see, also, big advantage here for Brock Manson. Brock Manson is a former MMA fighter, a former boxer, a former WCL Hardcore champion, the creator of the Hardcore Tag Team division, and a former world champion. This guy has a lot of stuff on his plate. Sean O'Connor, however, has a lot more experience. Not really good with knocking people out. Manson is, though. Manson's fist is made of stone.
Well, I agree with you, except for that last part, but Manson, he has a lot of experience with knocking people out, being an ex-MMA fighter and ex-boxer. Sean Conner, however, does have more experience in call in general, being a former world champion and many colleagues, and a possible future AWF champion. But Brock Manson, I think he will win. I think he's got the edge. So we'll have to see. TJ, what do you think?
He said Manson will win because Manson will be fired up. Sean O'Connor will be not. He also said Sean O'Connor will be too cocky as normal, and Manson will knock him the fuck out. Experience doesn't matter when it comes to knocking people out.
That's all right.
True.
So we all agree that Brock Manson will be walking out.
I also like Brock Manson's new attitude.
Yeah, it's true. Manson, and if he can knock Sean O'Connor out at Carnage, this is gonna be a huge victory for Manson. If he can, Sean O'Connor, big player here in Call Wrestling, this will definitely put his name out there.
Yes. Next match.
Next match, we got two former tag team partners, two former best friends, and I'm sure you know who that is. Big Dwayne, Dynamite. These guys were tag team champions last season. They were Kings of Call members. They were literally best of friends. And these guys at the end of last season, if you think about it, we kind of saw an end with them when they lost those tag team titles, and they started to slowly go down the card, and then Big Dwayne got this huge Money in the Bank victory at Glory Days 2.
With controversy, he did choke slam Dynamite.
Yeah, that is true. When they did have a stare off in the middle of the ring, and he choke slammed them. And I do think that Dynamite, there's a little jealousy that he wasn't able to win the Money in the Bank, but Dwayne was able to. But these guys will tear each other apart, nonetheless. Because Dynamite did turn on Big Dwayne on episode 30 after his match with AJ Bronze. So who do you guys think is going to be walking out of this brutal match?
Honestly, my opinion, it's going to be Dynamite. Dynamite will win because of one reason. He has the Kings of Caw. He has AJ Bronze at his size. More than likely, AJ Bronze is going to try taking out the bigger man. Big Dwayne does have a size advantage, and a strength and equal strength as Dynamite, but he will not come out the winner. More than likely he will get too headstrong, and Dynamite will. It will be a hell of a match. Don't doubt me, but it's going to be Dynamite.
All right. In my opinion, I think Big Dwayne will be walking out of this match. I think he's much more powerful than not much more, but a little bit more powerful than Dynamite is, and I think his anger is actually going to be a good thing because there's so much anger in Big Dwayne right now that he's probably going to. I mean, what he did to Alberto Jr. on the last episode was nothing, probably compared to what he's going to do to Dynamite. I think he'll completely destroy Dynamite because of stabbing him in the back. They thought they were friends. That's just my opinion. I do think Mr. Money in the Bank, Big Dwayne, will be walking out the victor. And
You have a point right there. I mean, what he did to Alberto Jr. is nothing compared to what you can do to Dynamite. But then again, you can sneeze and you can kill Alberto Jr. So TJ Yankees once says, they'll tear each other apart, and Big Dwayne will show without a shadow of a doubt why he deserves Money in the Bank, and he'll get revenge. But he agrees with me, of course, not Phillip Ontario. Dynamite will win because he has a Kings of Claw, and Dwayne might get a little too focused. Follow me on Twitter.
All right. Next up is a match with very little build. Brent Thompson will be defending the United States Championship against Danny Hardy. How this started? Well, it started how every championship feud, including Danny Hardy, has started. Okay, you have your match, and I'm going to come down to the ring and hit you with a pipe.
Well, Danny Hardy's freaking awesome. That's why. Danny Hardy has always been overlooked and very, very treated like crap in almost every league he's been in. In DIW, he was treated as a joke. He could have been a DIW Silver Star champion. But no, DIW had to say, you know what, you're British, no one likes you. So he goes to AWF. He almost becomes world champion. No, Penn Hitman had to go play, I'm going to play the sharpshooter game with you.
Yeah, I mean, he's had his opportunities in the past. He was unsuccessful, but I think what has happened is Danny Hardy picked up a big victory over Europe at Glory Days 2. He feels as if he should be rewarded. And
There's also one more advantage that Danny Hardy has. That is also the champion's advantage. The beard. Almost every champion in AWF has a freaking beard.
That's true.
Taker, AJ Bronze, Cody, and I'm pretty damn sure. No, Brent Thompson. Yeah, he has a tiny beard, but
yeah, that little thing.
He needs to complete the freaking triangle or circle. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I think Danny Hardy, he wanted to take matters into his own hands, and he got his U.S. Championship match. I think, though, Danny Hardy will win the United States Championship. I mean, it sucks for Brent Thompson since he just won the belt, but I just think Danny Hardy, he's gonna make some smart decisions, and maybe the booing that Thompson's been getting as of late, maybe it'll get to him, and Danny Hardy will be able to knock him out. Was that punt?
Yeah, and don't forget, Danny Hardy's gonna try to do the best he can to make sure he's not overlooked by the AWF anymore.
Yes. Now TJ, he thinks Thompson's gonna win. A big surprise there. But I do think Thompson, of course, he has a chance at winning. He has a 50-50 chance. But I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, this will be actually a good thing for Thompson to lose the U.S. Championship, because maybe he can rise up in the card. Or maybe he'll stick down there and try to win the belt back.
Yeah. Alright. Next match.
What do we got next? I think this is the number one contenders match. Yes. The number one contendership is on the line. The Extreme Tyler and Sean go at it one more time. These guys had a match, an uprising, a few weeks before Glory Days 2, in which Sean picked up the victory. At Glory Days 2, Extreme Tyler picked up a victory, and now Sock 105 has said he's impressed with their matches, and the fans want to see it again, so they're going to go at it again, but this time the winner will become the number one contender for the AWF Championship.
I've dissected this match way too many times in my head to already know that Sean will be the victor. Sean showed up Christopher Wonder last last episode. And well, these two men, I mean, they're best of friends. I mean, they have no love. They really have like no hate for each other. It seems that way. Have a feeling Sean's gonna be a conniving little bastard and super kick him when he least expects it. Therefore, and well, like I said, Extreme Tyler is not ready yet. Therefore, and Sean, he's been held back way too far. It's time for him to let out of the gate and win the world title.
You know, I actually do agree that Sean, I think he's just a little bit more ready than Tyler is. I think he will walk out champion. Of course, it's going to be a very competitive match, and I think both superstars have a huge chance at winning. But, I do think that Sean will walk out the victor. And TJ says, Sean showed up Wonder and has been riding a hot streak. It'll be a great match, no doubt, but Sean will win because of his hot streak. All right. I'm sure Tyler's not too happy about our thoughts, but hey.
I don't talk to the bastards. I don't care.
We'll have to see. I definitely can't wait for this match. Regardless of who wins, we all know it will be a great match. Now, the match that everybody is looking for, the rematch that everyone wants to see. Tattoo Taker will defend the AWF Championship against Christopher Wonder. This goes back with our previous discussion earlier on about Christopher Wonder, the pressure getting to him. The pressure has a huge factor in this match. And as I said earlier, Christopher Wonder, if the pressure is getting to him, he will lose this match. But if he's focused, I think he'll win. What do you guys think?
Honestly, if Wonder does not let the pressure get to him and he plans out what he's doing, he will get the victory. But he will have to go through hell. And well, he was perfectly focused last time he fought him at Glory Days, but he was too cocky, he was too arrogant. He's got to build up enough confidence, not too much, not too little, in order to defeat Tattoo Taker. Tattoo Taker, however, is not an easy task to get over, and Taker will indeed have a very big strong point, not only of his experience, but his brute strength and mentality.
Now, we also got to remember, this match, it's not like Glory Days where this was a straight-up normal match. No, this match is 2 out of 3 falls. AWF has decided not to put any major stipulations for the falls. They decided to put straight-up, basically, extreme rules for all 3 falls if a third fall is needed. So this match, I do think will be going on for a long time. And, maybe if enough damage is done, Wonder will have a chance. But Tattoo Taker has shown in the past, when he's given enough time and when he's given all those weapons, he can put a lot of damage on you. You don't believe me? Go watch the Royal Rumble where Tattoo Taker won the championship from the Extreme Tyler. He brutally murdered him.
Tattoo Taker is also proven to be unstoppable just about. Call All Stars 3. I can take you back to that. In the 6-man tag match, he was the last person standing for his team, and it took 1,000 cyclones and too many spears to count for him to get taken out by Shadow Vega. And Shadow Vega is not a freaking easy man to beat.
That's true. TJ says, Wonder will have to fight. He will go to hell. He might have to take it to the full 3 falls, but as he said earlier, it depends on how insane Wonder will be. If Wonder loses his focus firing himself up, if Wonder's losses, if his focus is messed up from his losses, basically, if it's firing him up, Wonder will not win. If Wonder can fire himself up and focus on the prize, Wonder can win the belt. He says Christopher Wonder.
Honestly, I believe it's going to be Tattoo Taker.
I think Christopher Wonder will win the championship. Because, yes, pressure can get in the way, as we have all said earlier. But also, sometimes that pressure and maybe the anger, sometimes it helps you. And so I do say Christopher Wonder, I think we will be looking at the next AWF champion, Christopher Wonder.
Well, I guess that's it for the...
Alright, well, thank you for watching the first edition of AWF Reaction Podcast. This has been Phillip Ontario.
And Christian Edwards. Follow me on Twitter at the WCL League.
This has been TJA Yankees 1. Uh, the next time we will have this podcast will be right before the King of the Ring, which is the next click per view for AWF. We will have reaction podcasts each time before a click per view and or after a special episode of Uprising or Superstar Mayhem that something big happens. So, thank you guys for watching. TJ would like to say before we go that he thinks the main event of King of the Ring will be Wonder versus Shawn for the championship, which is very possible.
I have to say, don't smoke crack.
Yeah, don't. But thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I hope. Oh, hashtag fire me from your job or call. But well, I hope you guys join us for AWF Carnage 2012.
All right.